Hi, it's Rachel here with you today from rwcrafts.com. Today I am up on the Sweet Stamp Shop blog, and I wanted to do a quick tip on mirror stamping. I really wanted to use this pig from the Around Town stamp set, and I wanted to have two of them facing each other, especially like a couple with a little heart above them. That's what I had envisioned. So to do the mirror stamping, you need one image that's larger than the pig in this case. So I'm using this building. I flip it upside down on my acrylic block so that only the flat side of the stamp is facing me. And when I'm mirror stamping, I like to use a nice juicy ink. So I found that my VersaFine is usually the best for this. So I stamp my pig onto the back of that building and then stamp that onto the piece of paper. And I have found that usually 3 times is the lucky number, 3 times a charm for getting your mirror stamping image to be nice and crisp. So I repeat the stamping in the same spot. So you have to stamp that pig on the same spot on the building and then put it back onto your paper. So you can see already the second one is much clearer than the first one. So here's my third one. I do the exact same thing. And I really want to press it in there to make sure that all the ink is really meeting the paper, especially since it's not a solid stamp block. It does have those nooks and crannies in it from the building. So you can even see the little dash lines there. I got a pretty crisp image. Now I like to clean my VersaFine inks with the Stays On Stamp Cleaner. I normally don't mind if my stamps are stained, but since that was on the back of a stamp, I really wanted to clean that off. So I found that that Stays On Cleaner works really well. And now I'm just stamping the pig facing the usual way. And I am doing some quick coloring with my Prisma colored pencils. It's great to color with the colored pencils because you don't need to be perfect. I'm barely even coloring the top of the pig. It's just really rough shadowing. And then I'm going to go in with my blending tool and my Gamsol, and that just makes all the colored pencils blend together. So you can't see any of your coloring mistakes or that you're not so good at maybe blending or shadowing. It's fine. So that pig is already colored, and I colored the other pig in more of a yellow hue. So now I'm going over my image with my Copic Multiliner. I love this pen. It is a great detail pen. I've had it for about a year and I use it for anything. It doesn't have to be just with Copics. So I'm tracing over my mirror image just to make sure that the lines are as crisp as the original one. I want them to look like they were both original stamps. So I got a pretty good image with that. Pretty happy with that. So now I'm going to fussy cut them. It's a pretty easy image to fussy cut, so this didn't take much time at all. Personally, I love fussy cutting, but I know some people have an aversion to it, so it's okay. So there's my pigs. They turned out pretty cute. And now I'm going to create a pretty quick card just to show you how you might want to use some of these animals together. I'm using other sentiments from the Around Town stamp set. This one says, "Got bacon." Thought that was kind of fitting. And I am placing the pigs on some foam adhesive so that they stand out in the card. And I feel like they're kind of talking to each other, maybe whispering some sweet bacon nothings into each other's ears. So the little oink, oink, oink is for the pigs. Just some little love notes. And to stamp that, I'm using my VersaMagic ink in pink grapefruit. It was just the perfect pink pig color. I had to use it. So now I am adding this heart, also from the Around Town stamp set, using the Pale Tomato Hero Arts ink. So they are just 2 pigs in love. So that was my quick card to show you. And I also created, this was my original card that I made And I had the idea that these two pigs wanted to go out on a date together, and they saw this really nice fancy restaurant, thought that would be the perfect date night. Little do they know that maybe they'll end up on the menu, the poor guys. Anyways, thanks for joining me. I hope you got some inspiration from mirror stamping. Bye!